So, Shabbat Shalom, everybody. This week is Shelach. And so I want to just talk about the Tzitzit at the end, the last thing we read, the maftir that my son read there. And, the mitzvah is that you shall tie fringes, the tzitzit, on the corner of your four-cornered garment, right? It doesn't say all your garments. It just says your four-cornered garments, right? So the rabbis even concede that, yes, if you're not wearing a four-cornered garment, then you are not, you don't have to have tzitzit because you don't have a four-cornered garment. However, they do, obviously, encourage or even maybe command us to wear a four-cornered garment if we're able to. Some of the rabbis, some of the sages say that it's like important to do. Some give tips on like if you need to wear it. If you're in a job that they may get soiled and things like that you definitely will tuck them in, or you wear them a certain way where they like go under your belt loops, go under your belt and then go into your pockets so that you can kind of see them, but they're not going to get dirty. So they give you all these tips, right? They very much encourage to wear the tzitzit. And some of the reasons why is because the word mitzvah is closely related to the word savta, yeah, which means in connection. It means connection. Savta means connection. So even though we may not be obligated to actually wear the tallit katan, tallit gadol, we would be passing up a connection with Hashem, right? And another interesting thing is one of them says, one of our sages teach that, here, he says that he goes as far, I can't remember which one it was, I'm sorry, but one of our sages says that wearing the tallit, or wearing the tallit with the tzitzit on it is equivalent to all the mitzvot combined. So it's like you're doing all the mitzvot because you're wearing your tallit, which is like, seems a little bit far, but hey, if that's what one of our sages says, then maybe we should, take advantage of that and do all the mitzvot when we wear our tallit, right? But they also teach that the tzitzit is a reminder, obviously, and that's its biggest reason why we should wear our tallits, right? Or wear our tallits and have the tzitzit there to remind us of the commandments. And not only do they remind us to do the commandments, but also remind us to do whatever everyday things that we're doing to be uplifted, uplift everything that we do to be at a higher level, to Hashem's level. Even whether it's be doing our work, we will do a better job. We'll try to do a better job to make Hashem look better, because we are his examples, right? We are his servants. And whatever, oftentimes we'll say, when people talk about a Jew, they may say negative things. We want to do the opposite. We want them to say positive things, so that the Jew that they know is like has a higher standard and is uplifting Hashem, right? And so that's really what the tzitzit is all about, right? So another interesting thing is, like, they also say that it is for men, like tzitzit is for men, and most of the modern rabbis say that, but they also concede that it isn't only, this commandment wasn't necessarily given only to the men, right? It was because if a woman had a four-cornered garment, they too would have to put on tzitzit, right? And so now, I guess one of the modern rabbis has said, if a woman is going to wear a tallit, they should wear a girl, a woman, a female version of a tallit that looks more feminine, and you know, they don't, you know, because now in modern times there are some women that are like pushing this, and it's kind of becoming more like a feminist movement as opposed to just wanting to commit the mitzvah, right? And so he's saying like wear something feminine, so it'd be a blessing to yourself, you know, and not try to you know, do some kind of political thing, you know. And so, you know, just a reminder, you know, and even then, you know, sometimes I'll be wearing my tallit, and you know, there's certain things that you do with your tzitzit, you'll kiss them and different things. And you know, sometimes I'll encourage my daughters to just grab one of my tzitzit. They can kiss it. They can do something with it. You know, that way they're kind of being part of the commandment. When they, you know, they may not have their own, but they could still be part of the commandment. But I think honestly, my personal experience is men need more reminders than women. I just feel that that's like a personal thing. It could be only me, but I don't think so. And I just think men need this constant reminder of you know, getting back on track. And when you have your tzitzit, it helps. Women, like, just, you know, just as we know, women's brains work different than men's, and men's have this one, you know, you're working on one thing at a time, and the reminder comes up. Women, their brains are connected all over the place, so that reminder is always in their head somewhere, you know. I think maybe that's the way it works. We'll have to ask Hashem that one. Ask Yeshua when he comes again, you know, why, you know. Yeah, but anyways, so I want to just encourage you all that can to wear tallit, even if it's only in the morning, wear your tallit gadol to pray, and if, you know, to get that mitzvah in there, you know. And I'll also, you know, wear your tallit katan if you can, if you have the means to have your tallit katan, wear your tallit katan, because, you know, you're taking advantage, you're taking the opportunity, you know, to do the mitzvah, even though you might not be obligated to wear that garment. You're taking that advantage. You're like, why not do it when you can, you know, kind of thing. But I also look at some practical things about it. Like if you're going to be doing yard work outside, and you know your tzitzit are going to get dirty, or, you know, or even for me, even like I'll be using my blower and they'll get sucked up into that. That's happened to me. That gets sucked up into there, and it gets sprayed and gets messed up. You know, then, you know, refrain from wearing it, because you ruin it, right? You're gonna ruin your tzitzit. So, you know, be wise about wearing them. You know, you don't want to wear them any or every time. You don't a soiled tzitzit is not gonna, you know, be a blessing. You know, it's not gonna. No, you're gonna look at it and you're gonna be like, yeah. So anyway, so be wise when you're wearing your tzitzit. And one more thing about it, I feel like is the blue to tekhelet blue. My personal opinion, and I think also one of our Breslev rabbi also agrees, is that blue. If you he even goes as far as to say that any blue in there, even if it's not, you know, the tekhelet blue, the one that they found from the shell of the snails, or the snails that have that blue, but even if you don't have the money to get that, he still says that any blue is better than no blue. So because it says it in the commandment. But I also see the other side, where if you're not doing the right blue, then maybe you're nullifying the commandment. So I see both sides. I kind of lean towards what our Breslev rabbi says, because I feel like the blue makes it honestly, to me, just fulfilling that commandment. You know, anyway, but you can have your own opinion about this, because it's not made up. We don't have a Sanhedrin to tell us which one's which. So, all right, and so that's it. I want to just, you know, encourage everyone to wear their tallit katans, tallit gadols, and fulfill that mitzvah of wearing your tzitzit. So, Shabbat Shalom, everybody.